အခုဆိုရင် disinformation ဆိုတဲ့ရည်ရွယ်ချက်ရှိဖန်တီးပုံဖြတ်ထားတဲ့သတင်းသူသတင်းရောင်တွေဟာ social media မှာရှိနေတယ်ဆိုတာကိုကျွန်တော်တို့သိရှိနေပါပြီ။တခြားအာရှနိုင်ငံတွေမှာဒီလို disinformation ပုံစံတွေဟာဘယ်လိုမျိုးပြန့်နှံ့နေပါသလဲ။ကျွန်တော်တို့မြန်မာနိုင်ငံမှာရောဘယ်လိုကြက်တွေရက်ခတ်နိုင်ပါသလဲ။အာရှနိုင်ငံတစ်ဝန်းက disinformation အခြေအနေကိုလေ့လာစောင့်ကြည့်နေတဲ့ Asia Center က Director James Gnomez နဲ့မေးမြန်းကြည့်ပါမယ်။ Hello and welcome. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm very good and thank you for having me on your show. Great to be here in Yangon.
Okay, first of all, can you briefly explain about the nature of the disinformation spreading around the Southeast Asian nations?
Disinformation has kind of three parts to it. One, somebody has to deliberately construct false news. And two, this news has to be spread widely. And thirdly, this news has an impact on behavior. In Southeast Asia, we have broadly three types of disinformation, or we can even call them fake news. The first one is what we call everyday fake news or disinformation. Things we see online like scams, promising you $1 million, and something that's really quite weird, annoying and problematic, right? Yeah. The second type of fake news in Southeast Asia affects basically three countries. That has to do with ethnic and religious issues. People put up false information and create hate speech. Usually this happens in countries where there's a big dominant religion. There are three countries in Myanmar is included in Southeast Asia, Indonesia and Malaysia as well. And the third fake news or disinformation is about political. Now this is the biggest feature in Southeast Asia, and a lot of this happens in the run-up to elections. So we have seen that phenomena most recently in Indonesian elections and also the recently concluded Thai elections.
Now, with your expertise and research in the regional issue, what is your opinion about the situation in Myanmar?
So in the next 18 months, what I predict, because the internet penetration in Myanmar is the lowest in Southeast Asia. Currently it's about 39%. But over the next 18 months, I expect the internet penetration to at least conservatively cross 50%, which means, you are just close to even places like Indonesia, which is, went to its elections at 56% internet penetration. This means the way the general public and young people will consume news over social media will be very, very tremendous, and it will impact your traditional mainstream media. So in that sense, the future is really on the digital independent media. And I would say, although we all talk about elections in Myanmar, for me, the real election is the media election, because by the time your elections are over, I think your media landscape will be dramatically altered.
From your point of view regarding with the disinformation, what is your message and suggestion for our young people who are using the social media?
Well, I think fact check is important. Fact check is important. Be sure before you share. Right, so don't just rely on one source. If you feel something, most of us have very good intuition. When we see something and we say, hey, it's not quite right, check with a few places. So be part of the fact checking revolution. So I think the young people, apart from just consumers of information digitally, I think you have potential to harness all young people to fact check for society and share things that are accurate, and try not to share or call out disinformation and misinformation that will take a lot online on social media in the run-up to your elections in the next 18 months.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.